journey begins. Gilgamesh and Enkidu set out on their perilous adventure, marching toward the distant Cedar forest, home of the fearsome guardian, Humbaba. The forest, sacred to the gods, is a place of awe and terror, a domain where mortals seldom tread. The two heroes travel astonishingly, covering leagues of terrain each day. They dig wells for water at every stop and pray to the gods for strength. Gilgamesh, driven by his unyielding ambition, leads the way, but Enkidu remains his grounding force, offering wisdom and guidance. Together, they represent a perfect balance of courage and caution, strength and insight. As night falls, the pair set up camp. Enkidu builds a shelter for Gilgamesh, carefully closing the door against the wilderness outside. Before they sleep, Gilgamesh performs a ritual, spreading flour in a circle and offering it to the gods. He calls out to the mountain, pleading for a good omen. In the silence of the night, dreams come to Gilgamesh, visions vivid and unsettling. He wakes, startled, and shares them with Enkidu. "My friend," he says, "I had a dream. My flesh tingles, and I feel the presence of gods or demons. What could it mean?" Enkidu listens carefully, interpreting the visions with calm reassurance. "The dream is favorable," he explains. "The one you saw is Humbaba, but do not fear. The gods are on our side. We will prevail. These visions foretell our victory." The next day, the journey continues. Each night brings more dreams, each more intense than the last. Gilgamesh begins to feel the weight of his quest, but Enkidu, steadfast as ever, helps him interpret the symbols. The gods, it seems, are guiding their every step, offering both warnings and encouragement. As they approach the cedar forest, the air changes. The winds grow stronger, the earth trembles, and the towering trees loom on the horizon like ancient sentinels. They are close now, close to Humbaba, close to the trial that will define their legacy. The heroes press on, their resolve hardening with each step. As the cedar forest rises before them, they know there is no turning back. This is the path they have chosen, a path of danger, glory, and transformation. The dense cedar forest looms before Gilgamesh and Enkidu, a world of towering trees, sacred and mysterious, guarded by the fearsome Humbaba. This isn't just a forest, it's a realm of gods, steeped in divine power and ancient secrets. But for Gilgamesh, this is not a place to be feared, it's a place to conquer. "My friend," Enkidu begins, "this forest is no ordinary place. Humbaba's strength is not just in his size or his ferocity. The gods themselves have given him power. We must tread carefully." But Gilgamesh, driven by ambition and destiny, is resolute. "Enkidu," he replies, "we came here for glory, and glory we will find. Together there's nothing we cannot overcome." As they press deeper into the forest, the earth itself seems to tremble. Suddenly, Humbaba's voice thunders through the trees, shaking the ground beneath them. It's not just a roar, it's a warning, a challenge. "Who dares enter my domain?" Humbaba bellows. "Turn back while you still can, mortals. This forest is mine." But Gilgamesh and Enkidu do not turn back. They tighten their grips on their weapons, their courage unshaken. Humbaba emerges, a towering figure radiating power, his eyes glowing with divine fury. His presence is overwhelming, but Gilgamesh meets his gaze without flinching. The battle begins. Humbaba attacks with the strength of a storm, his blows shaking the very forest. But Gilgamesh and Enkidu fight as one, their movements perfectly synchronized. Enkidu, with his knowledge of the wild, guides Gilgamesh, pointing out Humbaba's weaknesses. Blow after blow, they chip away at the guardian's defenses. Humbaba falters, his strength waning. He falls to his knees, defeated, and pleads for his life. "Gilgamesh," he cries, "spare me. I will serve you. I will make the forest yours." Gilgamesh hesitates, The weight of the decision bears down on him. Enkidu steps forward, his voice steady. "My friend," he says, "Humbaba's words are poison. If you spare him, the gods will see it as a weakness. Finish what we started." With Enkidu's words in his heart, Gilgamesh raises his weapon and delivers the final blow. Humbaba falls, and the forest falls silent. The two heroes stand together, victorious but not unscathed. They have claimed their glory, but they know this victory will come at a cost. They begin to feel the sacred cedars, their sights set on returning to Uruk with the spoils of their triumph. As they prepare to leave, the forest seems to mourn the loss of its guardian. The air is heavy with the weight of what has transpired. Gilgamesh and Enkidu, though triumphant, are left with a sense that this is only the beginning of a much larger story. The cedar forest is behind them now, but the path ahead is uncertain. Together they will face what comes next, as friends and as heroes.